I'm like the baby that UFC really never wanted. I grew up inside this octagon here, and everybody's kind of seen me growing up, and it's like, damn, he's really kind of grown into a man right now, and that's what you're seeing. I've really grown up. I've learned from my mistakes, and I'm evolving. I'm getting better, and the whole world's got a chance to see that since 2007.
It's safe to say you prefer fighting in basically the bigger the better.
Yeah. I mean, anytime you ever put me on the card, I ended up stealing the show and running out with a bonus. So I love it when all the hype's on other people, and then you get a chance to slide in, or it is what it is. Like, this is a great card. Everybody's talking about these wild fights, people that actually like to fight. Look back behind you. You see that card? Those are all killers. Even the girls, those girls are tough. So it's like I said, you guys are in for a treat.
You had the opportunity to stand face to face with Jose for the first time a few minutes ago. How'd you size him up? What did you kind of see looking at him from that close of a range?
I can sense some things in his eyes that, like I said, I'm going to expose it on Saturday. So stay tuned.
I mean, what kind of we hear a lot of that from fighters, and obviously I haven't competed, so it's hard to kind of know exactly what that means. But what are the little gives or the tells that you're looking for, or do you see?
Tune in Saturday and watch very closely. Watch really closely.
Jeremy, I was talking to Eddie earlier about the most violent fighter list, and I said I want him to name some names. Obviously, I was kind of probing for some names. I thought you would be mentioned among some other people. Would you see yourself in that kind of list, that most violent fighter in the world list? And how do you think that main event on Saturday is going to shake out?
You can call me Freddy Krueger when it comes to violence on here, bro. I'm a nightmare. I mean, I told you guys the other day they wouldn't even play my highlight reel on the screen. They're playing Tisha Torres and everybody else's highlight, but when it comes to my highlight reel, they don't play mine. It's too scary. It's too violent. You got to go to Fight Pass and pick that out.
What's your favorite finish that you've had in your career?
My next one.
That's a good answer. It's your 29th UFC fight too. I mean, that's tied for the record. It seems like Jim Miller is going to be the first to 30, but you've been doing this for a long time, a lot of fights in here. I mean, what does that say about your longevity and the fact that you look at someone like Jim Miller, he's lost 3 or 4 in a row. He's not really in title contention or anything like that. You are at your very peak at the moment.
I'm just doing me, man. I'm having fun. You guys are counting the numbers and the highlights and this and that, and I just call it me doing me, having fun and really enjoying it, embracing it, and I'm really kind of coming into my finest recipe at this moment right now.
Does it feel like you've been doing this 29 times? I mean, you've had more outside the UFC, but like, to think back, is it kind of crazy to think about this journey?
I look at it like how old my age is, but I feel like I'm 21. Maybe sometimes my wife will tell you, yeah, you act like you're 22 or something like that. So 29 fights, I feel like I got the experience, and I still feel young in the game. I really try to embrace it like this is my first time talking to the media, and this is my first time coming to an event. And I really try to just grasp and hold that, because this is the present moment right now, and I really enjoy it.
Who has the better leg kicks, you or Jose?
I'm gonna have to go with myself, man. I've putting people down with my leg kicks. He's gotten a little older. Maybe back in the day he was all right, but I'm willing to give. We can go leg kick for leg kick like Van Damme. Like, come on, let's go, bro.
You get a lot of criticism for the Emmett finish, because I guess there was some controversy there with the knee. Did some fans kind of come at you on social media for that?
We're not talking about the Emmett fight, man. We're here talking about the Jose.
The reason why I asked about that is because Eddie Alvarez is on this card, and he had the legal knee in that fight against Poirier. It was a no contest. And one of the things that he said about when you're in there and you're throwing punches, you're throwing strikes, you're not really thinking. It's more instinct. You're kind of operating on instinct. Do you kind of see where he's coming from in that respect, where there's not so much thought as it is you're just going?
Yeah, I'm you guys talk about reaction. I'm reacting. I'm thinking. I'm going. Those are the rules. That was Orlando. Those are the rules. Is what it is.
Max Holloway had to pull out of that fight earlier this month. Obviously, you know that very well because you almost kind of stepped in to that card. When you heard that he had concussion-like symptoms, and people were talking about his big weight cut, people talking about possibly brain injury, head injury. How does that make you feel? Is that almost kind of worrisome?
Oh, you know what, man? I actually flew the kid out a long time ago when I was fighting Pettis, and I have a relationship with that guy, and I ended up fighting him, and it was just kind of weird all in a sense. I actually care about the kid. I like the kid. If he was to stop fighting today, I could look back and be like, man, he's probably be happy that, like, you know, you had look at his win streak. The guy's he's talented. He's went and got the belt. You know, normally people fight until they lose the belt. You know, could he probably stop fighting today and go on? Yeah, but you know, health-wise, I feel for him. I'm definitely I definitely think about that stuff. You know, because this is a very violent sport. You know, and that type of injury, everybody's just kind of calling out what they think happened. No one really knows, but they know that it ain't good, and that's not cool.
You said if you win this fight, you're going to be in an undeniable situation. Obviously, the title picture is really mucky right now. We don't know, what's going on with Max. We don't know if they're going to do an interim title with Ortega or whatever. This is your third fight already this year. Is the plan maybe just to, after this, put on the back burner a little bit and just see how this whole thing unfolds and where you fit into it?
No, I'm full steam, bro. So, you know, I'm full steam ahead. You know, we ain't stopping. I told you it's gonna be my $1 million year, and you know, this fight puts me really close. You know, come out healthy Saturday night, victorious. Let's go to the end of the year. I think, like, what is it, December 30th? They have a big card, Las Vegas. You know, my family's a little upset they can't really make it up here to Canada. So, you know, we'd have a full team of Iowa people in Las Vegas and people all over the world excited for me to go and take what's mine.
What's your contract status with the UFC right now? Are you on you have a lot of fights left on your deal? Are you nearing the end?
Very good.
Very good. So you're happy with how they've compensated you and treated you over the years?
Yeah. You know, I sat down and talked to Dana man to man. He's a good guy. He's straight up, and we got a good relationship.
How do you see the featherweight title situation playing out? Because I guess Max is like a huge unknown right now. We don't really know. Ortega's kind of there as the possible title contender, but you're kind of gonna try to take that from him this week, and then you have, I guess, Edgar and Korean Zombie fighting coming up in November. How do you see that all kind of hashing itself out?
Man, it's always gonna hash itself out. This is the fight business. There's always gonna be fights all over the world. I'm here to do my job and go and put out Aldo and paint him on the canvas. That's that. You know, anything after that, we'll talk about what's to come. But until then, man, you know, fighting is always going to live on.
You have the relationship with Max, but on the other hand, you're gunning for his belt. Is there a bit of a conflict there? Because I mean, you obviously like the guy a lot. You don't want to wish you don't want to wish poorly upon him because he's kind of in a bad place right now. But you want that belt.
Yeah, when you know, if we go to fight again, I'm gonna cut off everything and then go to my alter ego and go kill him.